Which statement is valid? Valid means true. So everybody hates these. Everybody hates these because they're lots of work. On a test, if you get these, I'm totally okay with you saving them, maybe not completely for last, but not doing them the first time through the test. That's fine. But they're not hard work, so you need to do them because you can get these right for sure. So the first thing you do, you see a bar graph, go ahead and put the numbers out where they go on the side. And if you don't know where I got my numbers from, if they don't make sense to you, please ask. Now A says fewer than 30% of the people chose popcorn, crackers, or vegetables as their favorite snack. So we need to know popcorn, crackers, or vegetables. So we have popcorn, crackers, and vegetables. So we need to know, is 12 less than 30%? So 12 out of how many? Well, you're going to have to find out. So it's popcorn, crackers, trail mix, cheese, vegetables, and fruit. You're going to have to add all those up. I'll give you a minute. Did you get 32? That's what I have. So now we have to find out if 12 out of 32 is indeed less. So just like back in 3rd grade, you would multiply 1200 and 32 times 30. Which fraction is larger? This one, right? So is that fewer than 30%? No, it's more than 30%. So A is invalid. It's not true. B says more than 1/10 of people chose crackers as their favorite snack. So we have 1/10, and then we have the people who chose crackers. That's 2 out of 32, right? Crackers out of everybody. So what's greater, 1/10 or 2 out of 32? 1/10, right? So more than 1/10 is not true. Approximately 35% of people chose trail mix or vegetables as their favorite snack. So we have trail mix or vegetables. So 9 out of 32. Is that the same as 35 out of 100? Well, let's find out. I have 900 and 32 times 35. Not quite the same, is it? This is where I get nervous, man. I hope this one's right. Exactly 3/8 of people chose popcorn, vegetables, and crackers as their favorite snack. So I have popcorn, vegetables, crackers. So that's 2 out of 32. Is that the same as 3/8? Well, 8 times 12 is 96. 32 times 3 is also 96. So D is your answer. It's all about proportions. Comparing fractions in 3rd grade is paying off now. The circle graph shows preferences of pie flavors of 300 people. How many people prefer pumpkin pie to pecan pie? So how many more mean you need to subtract? Pumpkin pie minus pecan pie. So 22%, that's what you get if you subtract, right? 30 minus 8 is how many more percent. But we need to know what 22% of 300 people is. So go ahead and solve that proportion. All right, I got a bar graph. I'm going to put my numbers on it. Based on the information in the graph, which type of fruit were chosen by 50% of the people surveyed? This is how I do it. I find out what 50% is. So you're going to have to add 3 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 plus 4. I think it's 14. Is that right? 5, 9, 10, 14. And if you can't do it in your head, you need to solve the proportion. You're going to find out it's 7. You're going to need to add bananas and grapes, bananas and strawberries, until you get the one that gives you 7. Ted concluded from the graph that he spends about 48 hours at school and doing homework during a 5-day school week. Which statement is invalid? We are looking for the false statement. Ted spends 48 hours sleeping and exercising. So we know that 48 hours is school and homework. And we need to know if he's going to spend 48 hours sleeping and exercising. So sleeping and exercising is 40%. Is 40% equal to 48 hours? Well, right here it is. So I would say A is true. B says the ratio of time Ted spends eating to sleeping is 1 to 7. So that's eating to sleeping is 1 to 7. Eating is 5. Sleeping is 35. If that is true, the cross products will be equal. If it is not true, there's your answer. C says Ted spends 12 more hours asleep than practicing an instrument. So we have practicing an instrument and sleeping. Twenty 20% more sleeping, right? So if 48 hours is 40%, how many hours is 20%? Solve that proportion. D says Ted spends 42 less hours eating than going to school and doing homework. So 42 less hours eating than going to school and doing homework. So 40 minus 5 is 35%. So if 48 hours is 40%, how many hours is 35%? Or I could go ahead and put 42 in there and see if that's true. If the cross products match, D is true. So out of all of these, you should find 3 true and 1 false. All right, it's a bar graph. Go ahead and fill in your numbers. I think I did that wrong. Hang on. 36 minus 24 is 12. Divided by 2 equals 6. So each of these is 6, right? So this would be 30. And this would be 42. Okay. Sorry, I hope you caught that. Guess I'll know if you just copied, because yours will be wrong too. Aha. Which statement is best supported by the information in the graph? So we're looking for true. Number of video games was 1/3 of the number of computers sold. So video games, computers, is that the same as 1/3? Find your cross products. The number of music systems sold was 36 more than the number of video games sold. So music systems minus video games, is that 36? Letter C says the number of televisions sold was 12 more than the number of DVDs sold. So televisions minus DVDs and then the last one says the number of televisions sold was 1/4 of the total number of items sold. So televisions over the total equals 1/4. So you're going to have to add 48 plus 12 plus 30 plus 42 plus 36. That number goes here. If the cross products are equal, it's true. The circle graph shows the percentage of a family budget used for different monthly expenses. Which statement is supported by the data in the graph? We are looking for true. Guys, you got to text code every single answer choice. I should see writing on every answer choice. The amount of money budgeted for utilities and gasoline combined is less than the amount budgeted for the mortgage. True or not true? The amount of money budgeted for the mortgage is 1/2 the amount budgeted for clothes. True or not true? The amount of money budgeted for groceries and clothes combined is twice the amount budgeted for utilities. True or not true? And the amount of money budgeted for gasoline and clothes combined is greater than the amount budgeted for groceries. True or not true? One of these is true.